Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video will be who should you level 70 your ESPER. So I know that last month I already made a level 70 guide, and then for today I'm gonna go through one more time, and then I'll be updating the tier list as well. And it's because we have this assembly event from the lock-in event. You can raise any ESPER to level 70, and not just that, you can also get the level mon through your burning beat trial, which is 2 here, and then from the shop here as well, you're gonna get another 3, so it's total 5. So which means this patch, they are actually giving out a total of 5 level mon and then 1 level 70 through the lock-in event. So this lock-in event here, we can actually go through a tricky method to let you save a lot of stamina, so you don't have to grind through the Sonic Rift. So let's say my inventory here, you can take a look here, I no longer have any EXP mon. Alright, I have empty EXP mon. So there's 2 ways. One is either you haven't used the rewind yet, you can rewind your level 70 ESPER or your level 60 ESPER to get back the EXP mon. Or you go through the plaza, you go to the resources tab, you should be able to buy this reset astral coin with 3000 Nexus crystal, then you can reset your ESPER to get back the EXP mon. But I won't encourage the second method, is because since now Nexus crystal is so precious, we kind of want to save for the Ether Disc, right? So this reset astral coin resetting for EXP mon, I don't think is really worth it unless you have a lot of Nexus crystal and you want to save stamina, or else I would only encourage you to use this method when you still have this rewind function. Alright, so let's say I'm going to rewind my 水仔. So I rewind my 水仔 here, I will get back my level mon, then I will get back the EXP mon as well. So let's say I rewind, I get back my EXP mon, then I'm going to use the lock-in function, the free level 70, to instantly level up my 水仔 back to level 70. So it can be like this. So I go for 水仔, where's my 水仔? Here, confirm, raise 水仔 to level 70, confirm, instantly get it to level 70, you save, you don't have to use a level mon, and then you also save all your EXP mon. So now, since I resetted it, and then I also gotten the level mon and the EXP mon, I can make another ESPER instantly up to level 70. So I actually save a lot of stamina here. So this is how many stamina you save. Alright, so this is how the calculation looks like. So roughly calculating, from level 1 to level 70, you kind of need around this amount of EXP, plus or minus, it's not exactly the amount. But then every Sonic Rift difficulty 20, it gives you 71k EXP, which kind of needs you around 211 round or 212 round. Then if we convert the rounds into stamina, basically doing this method save you 6338 stamina save. So it depends on you if you want to use this method to save some stamina, so you don't have to grind the EXP mon. Alright, so this is the first method, and then I'll be going through the tier list, like who will I gonna recommend you to level 70. Alright, so this tier list here is based on what I made on the previous video. If you haven't checked it out, you can go check out that one. That one I have detailed breakdown why they should be at higher tier or why they should be at lower tier. Alright, but then in this video, I will be adjusting some of the tier because we have some changes on the tier, because we found out some certain ESPER level 70 is better now. Alright, so the first thing I want to add is Meta Ira. So in my opinion, Meta Ira will be at the second priority. The reason why I'll put her at second priority and not the highest priority is depends if you're using Meta Ira in PvP content or not. If you're using Meta Ira as the main DPS in the PvP team, which also requires you to be R2 to have a better quality of life if you want to play her in PvP, then she requires the level 70, because you want her to able to one-shot the enemy. If Meta Ira can't one-shot the enemy, you are kind of in danger. So level 70 Meta Ira is important only if you play her in PvP. So if you play her in PvE don't need her level, because in PvE, all you need Meta Ira is just to be a secondo effect there, just supporting your ally with AP push or assist. That's all with the Meta Ira job. So in that case, it depends on your playstyle, right? So if you are more focusing in PvP, then she definitely need the level 70, or else she don't really need. I think majority of you won't go for Meta Ira level 70 just because I think majority of the player is using her in PvE only. PvP is really depends if you really like to play her in PvP. Okay, then for Sig level 70, I would also put him at the second priority because in PvE, right? Yes, he's actually worth it for PvP DPS. It will help because level 70 will increase the overall team DPS and then also increase his survivability. And if you are a dual player or mid-game player who just started the game, and if you are using Sig as your main DPS, level 70 him is actually very worth it because he can be your main DPS carry. He has self-heal, all this thing. And then if you want to use him in PvP, making him to level 70 also increase his survivability, which is important, or else he actually get pretty squishy to get killed. So I will also judge him as second priority. I would debate between like second priority and the highest priority somewhere here, but in my opinion, I would put him as second priority for now. Probably in the future, I will actually debate for the highest priority, but for now, I'll put him at the second priority. Then the rest of the ESPER here, if you are using them in your content, you'll notice their level 70 is actually very impactful. Then the other thing, Lapis, I will push her to highest priority now. It's because now Lapis usage is a lot more higher than previously. Because the Una's changes, it actually makes Lapis a lot more stronger. Lapis can be now used in Falsetto Fantasy bosses. She can be used in Shadow Glow, can be used in Shadow Stream, and then even in PvP you will see Lapis because they are using Lapis as the fastest ESPER because Lapis R2 will give her 20% speed at the start. If I forgot it's 20% or 10%, somewhere there, I think it's 20% at the start, which makes her the fastest ESPER. And if you pair Lapis with Moriyama in the same team, Lapis take the action first because she will be so fast, and then it will make your Moriyama R1 to be the second turn in your team. So basically you are able to outspeed the enemy Tolan team if you're using Tolan plus Lapis, and Lapis will be the fastest. But this can only be used in Point War. But because of the value of Lapis is actually so strong, she can cover almost all endgame PvE, and then she can cover certain PvP content as well. So that's the reason why I think Lapis worth the highest priority instead of second priority. Okay, then the other one that I actually overlooked is Valeria. So previously I put Valeria at nothing changes, but because the Una's changes, it makes the whole Desolate Land changes as well, and introducing the Meta Ira into the game. Meta Ira boosters a lot of the S1 damage, and one of the most benefit from this Meta Ira changes, it will be Valeria. So Valeria here, I will put her to the second priority now. Really depends if you use Valeria in Shadowfire or not. If you have Valeria, making Valeria level 70 combined with Meta Ira in Shadowfire, her DPS will out DPS Slon and out DPS Mingshuo in Shadowfire. No one can win Valeria damage currently as long as you have Meta Ira plus Valeria. This is a very strong combo, and it instantly make me want to make my Valeria into the second priority. So that's the reason why I'll put her as second priority. But if you don't use her, then probably she's still nothing changes because she's only very strong there. And Valeria currently is also being used in Sonica as well. We're talking about late end game, right? Valeria is also using in the Sonica because combined with the Liam. So with this said, Liam will go up to one tier higher as well because Liam is currently being used in the main DPS in late game Sonica, and then putting Valeria and Liam in the same team makes Liam S1 a lot more higher damage. And I mentioned Meta Ira will benefit the S1 damage dealer, which also Liam main DPS is also coming from his S1, so making Liam to level 70, it will also boost your Sonica score. So Valeria depends on the Shadowfire, Liam here depends on your Sonica. So I will push them to the second priority. Then Lushang here, I will put him down one tier to if you want, because after second thoughts, I don't think Lushang actually needs the level 70. To be honest, your Lushang can be level 50 and it still work perfectly as long as he survives to the battle in the battle. So I will put him one tier lower, no longer decent pick. I'll put him to if you want. Probably is the last ESPER you want to actually to level 70. or else you should actually focus on the other DPS. Okay, then the rest here I would say is still kind of remain the same. Ophelia can probably go to the decent pick if you're using Ophelia in Yinglong or Fafnir, but since we have Sig now, I would say Sig actually replaced Ophelia in Yinglong. So Ophelia usage now is mainly the Wind Tower in my opinion. So the rest here I will remain the same. Let me check this tier. I think they remain the same as well. And then yeah, this will be my final level who to level 70 tier list. So if you want a more detailed breakdown, you can go check out the previous video, but basically this video is some updated ESPER for the level 70. And also just sharing the current level 70 I have in my account and the reason why I chose them. Amir is because I'm using him for the Yinglong 4 turn, because I'm trying to do the 4 turn to 5 turn Yinglong. So if we look at the miracle leaderboard here, because I'm focusing on this now, so my army is at level 70 because that's intent. This is a must to do, or else not really needed for the army. So the reason why I'm level 70 army is for the Yinglong. Then Elif, of course, if you care about PvE, Elif, and if you have an R6, is the best and the only Esper you want to go for R6, level 70. And then the another one will be Lapis. I use Lapis in my Shadow Stream and also Shadow Glow and also some Falsetto Fantasy, so I made Lapis to level 70. Then the next one is Meta Ira, because I'm using Meta Ira in PvP, in my PvP team, like what I break down. Since I'm using her in my PvP team, so I make her to level 70 to ensure she's able to one-shot them. Why I did not go for Moriyama or Suizai, whatever, because when I level 70 Ira, Meta Ira, she will also minimal increase in my PvE content. So since I'm going to use Meta Ira in my Falsetto Fantasy, I'm going to use Meta Ira in my Shadow Fire, so making her higher stats can help DPS a little bit. So that's the reason why I make her to level 70, because while I'm using in my PvP team, she will benefit my PvE team by a little bit, so I made her to level 70 instead of Suizai or Momo or Moriyama, all these kind that in terms of PvP they have the higher value. So this is my current level 70, and once I get my level mon and my level 70 boost from the lock-in event, most probably I'll go back for my Valeria to level 70 for Shadow Fire, because I want my leaderboard in Shadow Fire, so I will make her to level 70. And then the other one I'm still considering, but I would probably focus one more in PvP. So I would test more about Sig. If Sig is good, I would probably go for a level 70 Sig, or else I might actually go for level 70 Momo to increase my PvP rank. Okay, so this will be my part for the level 70 suggestion based on my own account and my own playstyle. In the end of the day, it really depends on who you use more and who do you want to level 70 then. So it really depends on your priority. Like let's say level 70 Mateo doesn't mean he's really worth it. It's only worth it when you are making Mateo into your Falsetto Fantasy team. Alright, so they have their own, every Esper here have their own purpose in terms of level 70. Really depends on what content you're focusing. Okay, so that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment down what you guys think about it. And if you have a question, you can also comment. I will answer you. And see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is GenMP, SPVCEJVMQ, Trendcan, thank you so much for your support. And also special thanks for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwalks, Rimu, Choni, Antonio Winterspoon, Cragran, Calamity, Rocco Standions, Jordan Alons. Special thanks for your support. And also special thanks for the Super Thanks MVP, HMZ, RY, and X, Reeds. Thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest 10. Thank you so much for Code Wilderness, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Choni. Thank you so much for your support.